So if you've landed on this video, it's because you've watched every video there is about 3D printing and you still haven't made up your mind. I was in that same boat. The craft room had space for a 3D printer, so I bought one. Not knowing anything about them, not having any skills, not having any engineering degree or anything. And I was left with 5 questions at the end that I couldn't get a video to answer. So those are the video questions. Those are the questions. This is the video that is going to answer those questions. First choice you need to make is, do you want a Bowden printer or a photon printer? Photon printers use UV light. UV? Yeah, that kind of UV, like the sun. Nothing against UV resin printers. I'm sure they're fantastic, but I lack the real estate in my craft room. I hope your craft room has enough real estate for one of these, but I do not. You have to have gloves, a lifetime supply thereof, isopropyl alcohol to soak your resin creations in, and you must have a dedicated sink to dispose of resin because it cannot go into a septic tank. You also need space for the curing station, which I don't have counter space for either. And you need special dedicated ventilation. Now, that's something I can't even get into because I'm in a house. Is that a turkey pan? A drippings dish? So I decided to get a Bowden or a filament printer, direct drive, whatever they're calling it now. Back to YouTube for more research. What's the difference between a plug and play and a DIY? How much DIY is involved in it? Where do I get things to print? Where do I create my own print? And what filament do I use? Well, the last 2 are fantastic questions that I managed to answer after I purchased. The filament question can be answered by Zach Friedman. There is a link to one of his videos. One of those videos that we would have done testing out every filament, but luckily he did it for us. So you're left with questions like, how much DIY is involved in it? What's the difference between a DIY and a plug and play? Well, this is a plug and play. My husband refers to it as my gateway printer. But it is literally that. You plug it in, you create an account like you do for everything else. It flashes the colors and the kid clicks on the color and it starts printing. It's fantastic. Whatever we threw at it, it did. So you're fine getting one of those. Now, if you want a DIY, how much DIY is involved? About as much as putting together an IKEA shelf. That easy. As far as putting it together, if you can put together the IKEA stuff, you can put together this. All of the computer components are inside the housing, so you don't need to worry about it. No, I didn't do an unboxing because you've seen stuff come out of a box before. This is my then 7-year-old granddaughter and I assembling my first DIY 3D printer. And she had a blast doing it. Totally normal, don't freak out, just loaded the filament. Now when you're getting a printer, get what you want. If having something that levels itself out for you is important, then do it. If having a silent motherboard is important, then get it. So I have a granddaughter who has autism, and this was a little too much sound for her. So that is where a lot of 3D printing things come into the DIY. Box bashing, aka warranty voiding. Upgrading to that touch screen, upgrading to that silent motherboard, that's where you get into trouble. Waiting a warranty together. So now your printer's together, where do you start your designs? The first place to go is Tinkercad. It's easy, it's explainable, it's made for kids, but I spend a lot of time there, and you're gonna see a lot of other 3D printers on Tinkercad also, because it's easy and effective. And you don't have to have an engineering degree to do it, because I left that in my apron. This is Tinkercad. It has a bunch of free characters, trees, skulls, letters, things like that. You can make an angry little Funko Pop if you want. The kids have a ball doing this. And sometimes we don't even 3D print these. Sometimes it's just to make grumpy face or something silly. But look at it as a hobby. It is a hobby, and it should be treated like a hobby. Or at the very least, a first boyfriend. You know. You learn a lot, and you're not so sad when you dump it. Because everything in here can be just put in the trash can and started over again. There's nothing to be intimidated by as far as 3D printing and 3D printing creations. These are all easy. And like I said, I do not know what I'm doing. Maybe make a cute little keychain ice cream cone thing, or a jewelry box to hold earring backs, or an initial or something. I don't know. The punchline is, we need parents encouraging this kind of technology play, because this is what creates and inspires future engineers, future robotic engineers, future designers, all kinds of things. This isn't just silly play. This is educational play. And for crying out loud, don't ever tell them it's educational. Brussels sprouts never came back from the nutrition label. These are the people who are picking out your retirement home. Hello? Do you want somebody who is looking for the perfect tasting schnozberry, or do you want somebody who finds you the perfect retirement home? This is Thingiverse that's been popping up across your screen the whole time I've been monologuing. It's a great little platform that has all kinds of ideas from all over the world. It's a great little community for educational groups and things like that. Anything you're interested, you'll probably find on there. Find your child's favorite character, look it up in there, and see if they have anything. There's also an app called Thang. I'm not sure about that. I haven't ventured into that. Like I said, I have no clue what I'm doing. Okay, so since you've lasted this long, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. Creality and Soval both have customer service. That's some insider information for you. I actually spoke to the Soval person and actually apologized to the Creality person because I voided my warranty by putting in a silent motherboard, and now I have a Gilbert, which is awesome, and they're totally fine with you creating new and bigger and better, but it does void out their warranties. With Soval, I had a delivery issue, and they immediately took care of that, issued the refund, and had no problem. They are the person I'm getting my IDEX from. So this is my totem, as they call it in Inception. Don't make one of those stupid little boats when you're calibrating your printer. Find something you're actually going to need and reuse over and over again. The fifth and final question is, what can you really make with a 3D printer in your house? Well, there's this.
You are an additive manufacturing technology specialist. Specializing in new and advanced industrial replication and advanced modeling processing. So importing a PNG source file, then vectorizing that into an STL file in order to convert it to G code is something you can do?
Yes. Yeah. Yes, I learned that in my grandma's craft room.
So the first thing we designed, we put up on Thingiverse. And I look around and I see things that other people have put up on Thingiverse and modified for themselves, and it blows my mind. I hope one day I get to say that those were my kids that did that, or my grandkids that did that. So even if you print buttons and nothing else, you've helped them build a future or a retirement home.